Okay, just a quick contrast to the other day. This is what it looks like. I've been building my LR. So you see I got 298. On that cleric, I got Arc is a resist cleric. We have a real tank this time, and Crypt has come a long way and is Beefcake now, who is maxing almost all resist with a resist cleric. And you'll see, yeah, I did have to give up, like, yeah, so you'll see the difference of how smoother this goes now with resist and with, a real tank with some hit points, a shield and all that, versus my Bard sketch run the other day. You'll see that clerics are sitting around 3k-ish hit points with the LR. I'm bogged down with like level 20 and 30 like LR gear, like whatever the hell I can find at an auction house. Gifts, like I've been going after LR for like 3 days straight on auction house. But yeah, you can see I've also been building up the Bard to tank better on this guy. So I've gone after FR and CR because those are the things that the Bard buffs, and those are the direct attacks. I don't know what I was thinking before. I think in Say, and I've just under the impression that the AoE was AR for some reason. As you can see, I'm typing now. His direct damage, I think it's a double hit of CR, then a double hit of FR, like every chain casting, and then every 15-ish seconds or something, he does the 1500 AoE LR that comes off of the tank. So yeah, I've been building up the LR on the two little gnomes so they can sit right in there as best as possible. And then we got an outside ticker on them. Frankly, because the LR doesn't seem to be doing as much as it did in live. It seems like the resist pattern or whatever formula is not there. Now you see silent there. This is a little pickup group between some Bog House, our guild, Death Syndicate, and then some randoms also. So good to see. Everybody comes together for epics. But yeah, so I'll cut this short. I won't play the whole thing, but I just want you to see how much smoother this goes and how much worse the LR resist is actually doing than it should. So I was hoping that if I maxed LR on these two, I could actually sit there with just the Bard tick and like that wave heal that I have on Nuts rotation would keep them alive. But it doesn't look like it's doing that much to make that happen. So I still need Arch over here to be taking them both. He is a resist cleric, and it is doing a ton more. You'll see them never almost die. And he's a resist cleric, so he's not like throwing a bunch of stacks or anything on us to keep us alive. But he still does have to tick me when I don't think. Yeah, yeah, you'll see the numbers. But here we go. Oh, another thing, you'll notice me debuffing him. I wasn't sure it was doing anything. Silent messaged me after. I guess he has a debuff shaman. So he's debuffing AC with that. I'm debuffing AC with this, and he said he noticed his swings going higher. So maybe these are actually doing something. I've just been casting them out of something to do, really, hoping they do something. So that's kind of cool. Yeah, you'll see Crypt here. He never really drops below 2. And again, I think another thing is my Bard buff, for some reason, my resist buff, is overriding the LR part of the resist cleric, which shouldn't be happening. But that means for Crypt that he basically, with my Bard buff, he maxes CR and FR, but he no longer maxes LR. So he's, you know. But yeah, just a second here, you'll see, yeah, he's doing great. But you'll see several like 600s on these guys, which is like 2/3 off almost of the 1500, which is great. You'll see a lot of 1500s. You'll see a lot of 900s, like 909 I think keeps popping up on Nope for some reason, which is, yeah. So the average of that, yeah, there's the 909. So the average of that is just way higher than it should be for basically 300 resists on both. So some work still on the formula, but it does help. It's definitely helping. It's definitely much better, as I'm trying to tell people. So, search out the resist gear. Actually, man, whoever did the cleric on the earring for this, like, I'm dying for LR gear for the cleric, and I'm using like the tourmaline earring and like things like that are like 22 LR and like 20 char and no POW. You gave me a 10 LR, 50 POW, like 30 char necklace. Like nobody needs stats at this level unless you're doing some widespread build. You're looking for POW and you're looking for like 30 resist or something crazy. Like that would be an earring that like people would fight over. Especially with the way the LR AoE is working on this mob. Like every cleric wants LR for this, or they should. Every melee wants LR for this, so it'd be cool if like you know like Solar Sex Eye, like a lot of the gear that drops is good FR hit point gear because there's a lot of FR stuff that hits you AoE in there, right? So if this thing's hitting you with LR, beef up the LR stats on the stuff that drops, please. Same with Para. If you get that AoE working, if you can do it, if you can get it working going off tank for a while in the meantime, just get it working. That'd be great. But yeah, again, like it's not dropping CR gear and you're dropping it off a big ice cube. Like that would also be cool. Yeah, no biggie. But yeah, again, you'll see my guys are keeping up very well with ticks. They're not like almost dying like before. I'm not getting like 1500 after 1500. That was a 1500, but you're not going to see twice in a row. At least not very often. Crypt is just solid. You saw my bard going down to one bulb on occasion. Oh man, Nope is getting murdered. How much longer? Okay, I got 2 minutes. I'll just play the whole thing out so you can see the full numbers if you want to like mute me and go back and add them up a little bit. Yeah, there's the 909 again. Yeah, the same numbers keep coming up. So like Xyloff is saying there's a 1500. Xyloff is saying he wanted to add more randomness to it, but I think he screwed up it's not quite right on like the overall average yet. There's the 909 again. And the randomness seems to be specific numbers, which actually kind of feels like live in some cases. But the 909 keeps popping back up, so it's not the randomness is not as random as you would hope for intentionally trying to add randomness, and the amount of damage you're resisting at different levels of resist gear are definitely not the same and not as much. There's a 1241. Okay, there's some randomness. But yeah, cool stuff.